Imagine a place where the silence of nature seems to embrace you at first sight. And in the mornings, deer roam near your villas and you can smell the scent of trees that have been growing for over 100 years. This is not just a new project, but a secluded world created in the desert between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Here, you won't hear the noise of the city, only the wind, the singing of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the pure, crystal turquoise water. Here, you want to breathe deeper, live slower, and truly feel. Welcome, friends, to a unique place by the developer Ohana in collaboration with the jewelry house Jacob & Co. Here, we have villas and apartments for sale on the first coastline. Today, friends, as always, I will try to convey the atmosphere of our luxurious project and unique location. We will also go over the payment plans, review all the villas, examine the apartments, and I will also tell you when exactly our project will be completed. And here we are, friends, now entering the community. Just take a look at how much greenery there is here. Now I will show you all of this. Look at how atmospheric it is here. Can you imagine? You will be coming from the metropolis, from the active hustle and bustle, to your home in such a wonderful green atmosphere. What more do you need for comfortable solitude and peace? Friends, look, little deer are walking right here, right on the premises. They will be strolling like this around your villas. Roe deer and fawns. Isn't that cool? Look how wonderful it is, friends. Such a great atmosphere. Now we are approaching the fawns. Look, they are lying here nearby. I'll show you now, friends. I'll try not to startle them. How wonderful, right? Yes, I'm trying to film the highest quality content for you. Friends, I have great news for you. I have prepared catalogs of the best projects in the UAE for you. There is real estate both in Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah and Dubai real estate. So follow the link in the description and download any catalog. Well, if you have any questions, write to me on WhatsApp. Look, friends, what a gorgeous turquoise water. The depth of the canal is 8 meters and the width is approximately 70 meters from beach to beach. So there will be villas along the canal here. And such magnificent nature. Yes, indeed, the current here is good. The developer specifically made the depth greater to ensure truly turquoise water and a good current so the water doesn't stagnate. This canal completely surrounds the entire community. Let's say it's like an island. Here is a stand in front of the entrance. And such an atmospheric area. See how beautiful it is? The developer is creating such a cool atmosphere here. The master developer here is Emokan, and the developer Khan has bought a small part of the villas here, and accordingly they are offering already bronzed villas. More interesting in class, they are already luxurious. Hello everyone, friends. We have with us a representative from the developer Ohana, Ekaterina. Meet her. Now we will talk with you about our project. This is a unique community and we would like to fully brief you on the matter. Initially, what kind of developer is this and what projects do they have, Ekaterina?
Let's start from the beginning. We are an American-Lebanese developer. The history dates back to 1978. We started as a construction company. Later, it all evolved into a large development business. Currently, we have completed projects in Beirut, in the States, quite a number of private projects. And in the Emirates, we have 2 large projects. In principle, I think now we can consider it 3, yes, but in 2 locations. Our first location is Abu Dhabi, Reem Island. There we have the Al Saadiyat waterfront, which is a residential tower, the first branded residential building in Abu Dhabi. Currently under construction. The completion date is set for 2027, as far as I remember. And in AlJurf, geographically, yes, we are also part of Abu Dhabi. Here we have, in principle, 2 projects. So our first phases are Ohana by the Sea, which are our customized villas that were developed without any branding, meaning without any collaboration, purely our project. They will be ready this year. We will be able to visit and see them. It's a great example to show our clients how we do our work. Yes, the quality. And now we are focused on Jacob & Co. Beachfront living. This is a community that includes both villas and residential buildings.
Friends, you have probably heard, yes, this is the jewelry house Jacob & Co. It is one of the well-known global jewelry houses which is now actively collaborating with developers, and this is no exception here. Especially such a magnificent, unique location, yes, of course, promises to be a very recognizable place.
Jacob himself has visited here multiple times. This collaboration is not from the perspective that, in theory, there is some project somewhere, yes, that has my name. No, that's not the case. In other words, there have been quite a few discussions on how everything should be, what should be here. Therefore, our collaboration is quite a significant story. Plus, importantly, since it is a jewelry brand, the main contribution of Jacob & Co. is that in Building C, in one of our residence buildings, the lobby will feature the largest mechanical clock installed on the ceiling.
So there will be diamonds and everything as expected, right?
I can show you preliminary renders, yes. But how it will actually look, we will find out at the opening.
Great friends, we will show you how it will look. From a design perspective, Jacob & Co. of course did a great job, but we hope it will fully match our renders in reality. Your concept and plan are very ambitious, right, as a developer, and in the future, I see how you treat your investors. Yes, that is very carefully and meticulously, so you can very competently show what you are doing, whether it's apartments or villas. Yes, you can come and see how it will all look. We, dear friends and investors, will also visit the show villa. A very important point is that it is not a branded villa. I want to specifically emphasize this. Nevertheless, you will see how excellent the quality is that the developer provides. So look, now we will go in with you. And here is such a magnificent atmosphere at the villa, considering, friends, that this is not a branded villa, but a residential complex & co. But look how great it is. Everything is neat, stylish. Such a magnificent atmosphere. Now we will go upstairs with you. Here's the pool, see? Let's also take a walk. So tell us about the location. How far is it from Abu Dhabi, from Dubai in general?
About the location? Territorially, we already belong to the land of Abu Dhabi. If you look directly at the map, at most 35 minutes to get to Dubai Marina.
By the way, I got here very quickly in general.
On the direct Sheikh Zayed Road, it always moves, meaning there's never any terrible traffic.
I got from downtown in 37 minutes. I timed it on purpose, so in principle it's very comfortable.
This is, by the way, a kind of entertainment, but often everyone who comes asks, how was the drive? We timed it to definitely prove that it's like that. Yes, and the same 35 minutes to get to Yas Island. So Abu Dhabi is 35 minutes, Dubai is 35.
Very, very convenient, yes. For those who work in both cities, for example, imagine it's just an ideal location. Yes, because in Abu Dhabi, a huge financial center is being created, yes. Now all companies are relocating either to Abu Dhabi or to Dubai. So accordingly, it's very comfortable, yes, good.
Well, yes, there's no situation where everything is concentrated in just one spot, yes. So if before everyone was focused only on Dubai, now that's not the case. In this regard, the location is truly ideal. And the second important point is the distance to the airports. The Abu Dhabi airport, essentially the Etihad hub, yes, is a 30-minute drive. And Al Maktoum, the Dubai airport, yes, which will be the largest in the world in 5 years, is 20-25 minutes away.
It's really very close to Al Maktoum, really very close here.
Exactly. So you have two major airline hubs. Well, basically, all companies, yes, fly either to Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Exactly. So from the perspective of business, living, or as a tourist, or even for wintering here during the winter period, it's just an ideal location.
Well, yes, and plus nearby there will be the huge Palm Jebel Ali, right? Also such a mega-scale project where there will also be a lot more than 1,000 restaurants, can you imagine? It takes you 25 minutes to get here. Well, I think that's really great. Right, Vika?
Yes, in terms of infrastructure, if you look at it, basically it takes the same 30 minutes now to get from downtown to the Palm Jumeirah. So accordingly, we're talking about the same distances, just shifting slightly to the side.
Great, great. And here we have double lighting, specifically on the staircase. Well, look at what a gorgeous girl. All of this, friends, will be included in the price. Look, everything is very great, stylish. This is our master bedroom. Spacious and corner. Terrace. Very cool and comfortable. Imagine, you'll have access to the beach. 6 million dirhams, friends. Very, in my opinion, great. Look, everything is neat and stylish. So let's go to the other rooms. What do we have here? This is the children's room. Such a wardrobe. Here's another room. Just like that. Well, there you go. Great. You see, this doesn't even count as a room, a kind of relaxation room. And there, look, a terrace. Now we'll go out onto the terrace. I'll show you if... Oh, it's closed. This is how it opens. Here you go. You have a terrace. There's another terrace there leading upstairs. So you can even put a pool or a jacuzzi there. That's how it will be, friends. Very beautiful. And so accordingly, look, here are the villas. Here. Here they are being built. Ordinary, simple, without a brand. And there, look, the sea. Turquoise. Now I'll zoom in. You see, friends, let's talk about nature now. I just came here specifically this morning. There's just such a great atmosphere here, silence. I met some roe deer and little fawns. It seems like they're building here, yes, both villas and apartments. And I would like, yes, to also protect this nature, right? These little animals of ours, yes, so that they are also comfortable, right? How is it here anyway?
This is our heritage.
Yes.
We are located in a nature reserve. That is the forest around which, yes, was basically we are building villas among which roe deer and deer roam. It's all a real forest. In principle, the nature here is significantly different from the weather in Dubai, right? So the trees that we see behind us on the beach are natural trees that have grown on their own. Yes, no one has particularly watered them additionally or done anything with them besides that, which is very important, yes. Behind us is the beautiful azure sea, and in this sea there are sea turtles and dolphins.
Yes, by the way, that's an important point. Good thing you reminded me. I heard that this bay is considered one of the cleanest, right? Is that why the developer, master developer Khan, and consequently you chose this location here, right? So I heard this, right?
Originally, this location was chosen by Sheikh Zayed. If we look at the map, now yes, it's no secret. There are two sides here. Towards Abu Dhabi and towards Dubai, there are private residences along the entire coastline. And indeed, the location is unique. As we were essentially searching, yes, like I will specifically speak for Kaji Madhu.
Go ahead.
We choose locations was based on the fact that it should be something unique, yes, exclusive, and truly wow. That's why our project in Abu Dhabi, yes, on Al Reem, which is completely with a view of the waterfront.
Yes, very cool.
Here, in order not to create something wow and then try to justify it as a good location, we start from the fact that the location is truly excellent from the beginning. Usually we ask to actually bring your clients here. It's better to bring them once and see it than to see it in pictures because, well, the nature here is truly mesmerizing. And if we compare the feelings, yes, a fairly common comment from all our guests, all visitors, is that it doesn't feel like the atmosphere of the Emirates here. So when you come here,
yes,
you exhale.
Such tranquility, yes, really. And friends, a very important point. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. According to statistics, 85% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. Give reactions, like and leave comments. This helps promote my YouTube channel and provides an opportunity to learn about new places in the United Arab Emirates. Katerina, let's talk a little about the history of this particular place. Please tell us. It's also very important for our investors and friends to know.
Yes, as I already mentioned, yes, we are located on the land of Sheikh Zayed. He is one of the key figures in the country's life. Essentially, he is the founder of the emirate, yes, the first president. And most importantly, yes, why this location is considered historically significant. This is where the first meeting took place after the UK granted the Emirates the opportunity for self-governance regarding the unification of the Emirates. So from here began
the formation,
the entire process of establishing the Emirates as a single unified country. In connection with this, of course, these two buildings cannot be ignored, right? Both will be restored, and it is supposed to be a museum of history.
So, dear investors, you can become part of history. Imagine you will be living in a place where the actual merging of all the cities of the United Arab Emirates took place. Now we will go out with the terrace with the pool. And here we have a closed kitchen. Take a look. By the way, I personally like open kitchens. But here, I must say it's nicely done. It's so bright and spacious. Look, in my opinion, it's not bad at all. And look, this is very important. From here, we have access to the pool. Everything opens up completely, see? Everything opens up completely. And from the kitchen, you can also go out like this. Listen, I really felt it. Awesome. Imagine, for 6 million dirhams you can buy a villa here. Well, of course, there are villas for 50 million and even 100 million. This is already about what you prefer, Mr. Villas closer to the water or a little further away. But the point is the location is great, right near Abu Dhabi, near Dubai. 30 minutes in one direction, 30 in the other. Very comfortable. There are loungers, neighbors nearby. You see, there will also be greenery. Well, awesome. And here is the area with greened villas. This is the design. Take a look. Here. Great. I'm trying to show you all the villas currently available in the United Arab Emirates because there's a huge demand for villas right now. And overall, friends, I have another community which I will show soon. So I showed Hudayriyat. Now I've come here. Write to us and we'll find something for you. At the moment, the prices are very, very attractive. Here. And even just to spend the winter to come for 2 or 3 months, friends, it's a dream. 6 million is the starting price for villas. That's really cool. What do you think about the growth potential of these villas and apartments?
Well, we can't promise you anything. In fact, no one can promise anything in the real estate market, but I can make this remark. My colleagues and I tried to really analyze what these amounts could be for renting or reselling, both for apartments and villas, and we concluded that, unfortunately or fortunately, we have nothing to compare it with. That is, it's clear if we are talking about the first coastline in Dubai, yes, the price range there is completely different because it's Dubai. That means you are paying for the location by default. Then if we compare ourselves with Abu Dhabi, yes, it's still a slightly different concept. And let's say, well, in principle, the first coastline, yes, RC is similar to Saadiyat.
Yes.
But the Saadiyat project is much larger. I don't know if you can find anything there on the first line now, but again, the price range there is completely different. Although again, there is a connection, yes, specifically to Abu Dhabi. So in this regard, we are the first project located on the border. Yes. And comparing us with Ras Al Khaimah is also not very correct. Therefore, we expect that in any case, there will be growth. And it will be significant because all of Dubai is expanding in this direction. And gradually, yes, we might, in principle, I think at some point come to the point where this coastline, yes, between Dubai and Abu Dhabi will be one large...
Yes, because when they start building...
line, exactly. So there is potential, and what's great is that at the moment, prices are indeed tied solely to the cost of land and construction. That is, it's still a real price, which...
Well, yes, it's a very good price, even if we compare it with Saadiyat. Friends, you have probably seen my videos where we have villas on Saadiyat starting from 85 million being sold by the developer Alder, and even then everything is sold quietly. Based on the example of my investors, we wanted to buy a villa and we weren't even allowed in. Here, imagine, starting from 6 million dirhams, yes, we can easily walk to the sea and swim, so this is a very great price. And this is of course the future. Yes, as I understand it, a good investment prospect. Let's have a good talk now about the upcoming launch. Yes, the one that will happen. So, what is the process of booking villas? When do the apartments start? Let's talk about this in more detail. For example, let's say the developer, has just released information that villas will be launched, right? How does this actually happen?
At the moment, we are at the IOI stage.
What is IOI? So that investors understand.
This is of interest. It's when an investor, yes, or an end user expresses their interest in purchasing a unit specifically here. That is, we don't yet have the exact layout, yes, the exact location of the units, for example, but we are gathering interest from clients on which unit they would really like to purchase.
So preferences, yes, let's say.
Regarding villas, at the moment we have units like the 3-bedroom. This is the smallest unit. It is a semi-detached, meaning a villa for 2. Yes, you have one shared wall.
Yes, we won't even call it a townhouse. Just 2 villas joined together, right?
Yes. This is the smallest one. They start from 6 million.
How many square meters are they?
250 square meters of built-up area.
And the plot?
300.
300 square meters. This is 2 floors, right?
Yes, 2 floors. On this side is the shared wall with the neighbor. And here we enter in the middle. And to understand the layout, yes, here we have the entrance, maid's room, kitchen, living room, dining area, and stairs to the 2nd floor. Here, yes, it's important to note that since it is for 2 owners, we have a shared wall here. Only the staircase, bathroom, and wardrobe areas are located here. So you don't have to worry about hearing your neighbors.
Well, yes. Well, in addition, there's very good soundproofing here in general, and the pool. Everything is neat, just as it should be.
Well, yes, it is proportional to the size of the plot. Importantly, yes, I'll make a note right away. All our villas already include a pool, all the landscape design, and of course, the interior finishing.
Yes, friends, this is a very important point. 80% of developers simply provide the villa, sand, and just connect, yes, the utilities to the pool, and you have to do the rest yourself. But it really seems like such a simple procedure, yet in reality, we've encountered this problem. Some contractors work slowly, while others charge large amounts. Here, everything is already included in the price. This is a very important point. And plus the landscaping, right? Yes.
Yes.
Our next unit, yes, in the grading, it is a 4-bedroom. It's already a standalone villa, meaning a detached villa, yes. The built-up area is 330 square meters. The price starts from 825 million dirhams. There you go. How many meters is it?
330 square meters of built-up area. The plot area, if we are talking about plots, starts from 500 and then will depend on the specific unit.
Yes, depending on the location, whether it's a corner or not.
Some might be larger, the minimum is exactly 500.
Is it also 2 floors?
2 floors, yes.
That's how it is. Where is the entrance located?
We enter right here, double height ceiling, so it's quite a beautiful layout. The kitchen can be open or closed. Again, yes, all of this, these are sliding doors, yes. So there's quite a lot of light. And this is how the 2nd floor looks.
Great.
Master suite with a large walk-in closet area. And here are 2 bedrooms with a shared bathroom. Again, yes, the layout is at your discretion. We are simply offering it to you like this.
And here we have the pool, right?
Yes. And here is a standard pool, 8x4. In principle, the pool can also be enlarged if desired at the initial stage, yes, when we discuss the layouts with you. Next is a 5-bedroom villa, also naturally, a standalone 2-story, with a building area of 415 square meters. The starting price for it is 10.8 million. And here, the plot area starts from 650 meters. But again, yes, these are the nuances that we have in our offers, yes.
Regarding the villas, in terms of contents, what is included inside?
Well, the first point I would like to focus on, yes, we mentioned that these are 3, 4, 5-bedroom. In fact, This is our standard offer. That is, I would probably base it on the square footage since all our villas can be customized. We can change the layout with you. This is the first stage precisely for completing the transaction. Yes, we can modify the layout in a way that is convenient for our client.
Yes, by the way, this is also a very important point. Honestly, I know very few developers who offer such options. So imagine you can draw it yourself, even hire an external designer, right, to sketch an architectural plan approximately, right? And make it suit your needs. This is a very important option, friends. So pay attention to this.
Yes. So sometimes, yes, we have clients who come in and say, I want a big bathroom, or I need a huge walk-in closet.
A room? Yes, there.
And 5 rooms, for example, I don't need. So here we say, no, look, this is the offer. So we can use this area in a way that is convenient specifically for you. And that's great because it doesn't feel like a copy-paste, right? We did the same thing in our initial phases. So now, of course, we periodically come and look at these villas. It's not like you walk in and all the villas are the same. Conceptually, though, there is something similar, but almost always the second floor is unique, which is quite nice.
Listen, there are rumors that Cristiano Ronaldo bought a plot here. Is that true or not?
I can't tell you. There are rumors.
Well, yes, there are rumors that, for example, the design didn't suit him specifically. And as I heard, of course, these are unverified sources, that they have now bought plots themselves and are developing and building something there. But again, this is not 100% confirmed information. Have you heard of any famous people buying here, do you know?
I know.
But it's confidential.
Absolutely. As soon as you become members of our community, I think you'll meet them personally.
Friends, if you're interested, write to me, fly over, I'll meet you, and we'll definitely come here. When clients fly over here, it's 100% profitability because it's really indescribable. You can't convey it in a video. When I was driving to the community, to ours, I really understood how great it is after a metropolis, right? Just to come here. It's truly a unique place where there are such trees, right? Imagine you've worked in metropolises and then you come here and it's just such a great atmosphere. Well, it's really a reset, so to speak. When, for example, I live downtown and it seems like you work and then come home again, there's still movement, right? The noise of cars. But here, of course, the birds are really singing. It's just pure bliss, really. Ekaterina, I would like to talk about the waterfront villas, which are located right on the first coastline. Do we currently have them available, and will they be?
Unfortunately or fortunately, the villas on the first coastline with direct access to the sea, yes, right here in this part, we have already sold them. We have several exclusive Jacob & Co mansions that will be located on the first coastline next to the residences. I'll show you on the map, yes. What is remarkable probably about this location, besides the fact that yes, it's an exclusive mansion, they are quite large in size, they have direct access to the beach, to the canal, and with a direct view of the open sea and the sunset.
So they are approximately somewhere around here, right? They will be?
A little bit over there. That is, they are in the direction where we have the entrance to shop to the island itself.
I see. Okay. And do we have villas on the canal?
Yes, there are villas on the canal. Basically, that's the second category of villas, well, with access to the water. And considering the quality of the water in the canal, given that the canal is swimmable, meaning you can swim in it, you can paddleboard, kayak, motorboats will be prohibited from entering the canal, again for safety reasons, yes. The villas on the canal, we currently have them in 3 stories. They are 6-bedroom mansions. The built-up area is 720 square meters and their cost is 23.5 million. And the 5-bedroom villas, which are 2 stories on the canal, have a built-up area of 480 square meters and their cost is 19.25 million. If we talk about the concept here, the layouts are quite similar, meaning the first and second floors are the same. There is also an exit to the infinity pool, yes, an exit from the inner courtyard directly to the beach, to the canal. But if we talk about the 3-story mansion, here we have a large terrace. And basically there is a huge area inside that can be used either as we suggested, or some of our clients who bought it said, this is the top, this is for us, and below is for the children and guests.
So you mean this, right? a large terrace right at the top. Great. Yes, that's really wonderful. Look, friends, such a living room, yes, a relaxation room. Here you have tables, a barbecue area. Of course, even a jacuzzi, you see, everything here is very well done. And how wide is the canal?
The width of the canal from beach to beach is 70 meters. In terms of depth, the canal is quite deep, about 8 meters dug, in such a way.
Very deep, yes.
Everything is done to ensure that the water does not stagnate. That is taking into account the mistakes of previous projects. They made sure that the water always moves. So we can even observe the current right now.
Well, yes.
Exactly. Additional turbines are installed here. Tides, ebbs, the water rises and falls. Taking all these details into account, the depth of the channel is about 8 meters.
So the developer has considered everything. Well, we can really see that the water is just turquoise and there will really be easy access to the beach. Well, with its own, yes, access, so to speak. And in principle, it's great if the villa is located on the channel, yes. If someone is too lazy, so to speak, to go to the open beach, they can just take a dip, or right? Swim in the salty water, yes, if that's interesting. It's clear that there will be a pool, right? But nevertheless, you have everything right next to you. The sea, so to speak.
A fairly large number of options, which is good from the perspective of being too lazy to go to the regular beach today. Yes, I step out, walk for 1 minute, and here I am. Plus, this is done from the perspective of ensuring distribution. Yes. We won't have a situation where everyone is gathered on one beach, a crowd, yes, it's uncomfortable there, and so on. That is, I'll repeat once more. Our project initially positions itself as a quiet, private place. Accordingly, yes, thanks to this, we ensure a sufficiently large coastline throughout the project, which gives us the opportunity to effectively use this beach as private for ourselves, yes?
Yes, that's great, yes. And I would also like to know about the apartments, yes. So the apartments will also be starting now. Where will they be located? So what's important to me? What are the starting prices? What is the payment plan? And the infrastructure is also very important, yes. So will there be any restaurants? Yes, so that, for instance, even the residents of the villas can also sit quietly and have some privacy in the evening.
As for the infrastructure in general, if we consider the entire project, yes, on the master plan, it is essentially a mini city. So everything is here, a community center with a supermarket, gym, cafe, and necessary retail. The school will be located here by the end of 27th year, as far as I know. Here we are talking about a kindergarten with 12 classes. A green walking area runs through the entire territory inside the canal, approximately 1.5 kilometers in distance. There is a green walking area. There is a tennis court, paddle court, basketball court, workout area, and children's playgrounds. So if we are talking about sports life or family life, you have everything you need.
This park is designed in a natural landscape style. Everything here looks as if nature itself created this beauty: sprawling trees, sandy paths, shade, silence, and the rustle of leaves. This park is perfect for family walks, morning jogs, and leisurely evenings. There are cozy picnic areas, children's playgrounds, spaces for yoga and meditation, as well as bike paths that stretch throughout the entire project. And the special pride is the preserved natural greenery and ancient gaff trees, among which you can often see freely roaming gazelles and small deer.
If we are talking about boats, yes, because I mentioned that in the canal, motorboats are prohibited from entering the canal. For these purposes, we have two marinas, a private marina and a public marina. Naturally, yes, if we are talking about the private marina, then we are referring to a yacht club. Accordingly, again, yes, there will be places to have coffee or lunch, and the public marina is similar. As for all the retail, it will all be there. And of course, we should not forget that here on the man-made island, there is the SHA Wellness Clinic. So this is another point of attraction, yes, which residents of this community can also take advantage of. And approaching directly the buildings of our Jacob & Co. residences, the residences themselves are designed like hotels, meaning if we talk about the ground floor of both buildings is entirely used for retail. That is regarding the building. Yes, the building itself. There will be restaurants, a children's club, a cigar lounge, business meeting rooms, as well as retail. And the second building, the J building, is entirely dedicated to luxury retail. Yes. So in terms of format, if you are familiar, it can probably be compared to the Galleria Mall. Yes, we are talking about the transition. The buildings themselves are located right behind us. that is these trees that you see now. Yes, here is the residence of Sheikh Zayed. Here will be the road. And this whole part, this is the first coastline. Here will be the residences. So we are now talking about the first coastline. Beautiful view of the water, so yes, a private beach, direct access to the beach. Regarding the buildings themselves, yes, I have already mentioned several times that this is building C, building J. Why is that? I think our viewers will see it in the picture now.
Yes.
The shape of the buildings resembles the letter J and the letter C, which is quite symbolic, yes, because it's Jacob and Co. So there's a little feature in that as well.
Such minimalist details are also very important, right?
Yes, regarding the units in the buildings. We start with studios. In building J, we will have studios. The sizes of the studios start from 50 square meters. And if we talk about the cost, the starting price is 1,350,000. Next, we talk about one-bedroom sat units. They start at 89 square meters with a starting price of 2.4 million.
So approximately, yes, the prices, friends, again, everything varies depending on the view, the floor. That is, there are low floors, there are high ones. Again, everything is upon request. This is approximately what we are talking about.
Yes, we are talking about the starting prices now. Obviously, if the floor is higher, yes, if it's a direct sea view, if it's a larger unit, then we are in such a range.
Yes.
Range.
More or less, yes.
Two-bedroom units, they are about 130 square meters in built-up area, and their price starts from 4 million. And then we move on to the three-bedroom units. The three-bedroom units start from about 160 square meters. There, the price is 6.5 million. What else do we have, right? We have discussed the standard residential units. In addition, in each building, in the wings of these buildings, we have penthouses. In fact, a penthouse is a 4-bedroom unit with a large living area, a closed and show kitchen, and a huge terrace. On this terrace, there are pools approximately 8 by 4 meters with an uneven rounded shape. The size of the penthouses starts from 650 square meters and their price starts from 20 million.
From 20 million dirhams. These are, friends, really great options. And because such a unique location, exclusive, of course, apartments or such residences, they are always in demand. They appreciate well, right? So yes, exactly.
Yes, of course. And there are literally 10 in one building, 10 in another, yes. And what's great is that practically you have a view from the entire terrace, yes, and from all the rooms in the penthouse, it will be of the water.
Well, yes.
Exactly. So here, we're not talking about something facing the community, although any view here is beautiful because it's either a view of the canal or the palace, yes, or in the other direction, also of the sea, the beach. But this is a direct view of the sea. And there are also large units in the buildings. This is a sky mansion, essentially, like a villa on the roof, yes. So we have 5 floors of apartments, then a technical floor. And on the roof, there are 2-story sky mansions. What's great is that the sky mansions come with their own elevator. So you park in a separate parking area and your elevator takes you directly to your mansion. So in principle, you can completely avoid interacting with other residents if that's important, yes? Naturally, the sky mansion also comes with its own pool and a large terrace like an inner courtyard in a villa, for example. Well, and the price for the sky mansion starts at 70 million dirhams.
And now we will show you the models of the Jacob and Cumber residences. Here they are, actually.
And it turns out what we talked about regarding the visual component. Yes, the letter J, the letter C.
That's from this side if you look. Yes, like...
It depends on how you look at it.
Well, yes, from above.
Here. And what is also important, yes, which we haven't really talked much about, is that there is a fairly large walking area. And on the very first line, there will be restaurants. The first branded Jacob and Co Beach Club.
Great. Well, actually, here we have the penthouses, sky villas, yes, which have their own pools.
Yes, the villas here. Sky mansion. In principle, we can look at the preliminary layout, yes, meaning they are not small, with their own pool.
This is the first floor, it turns out. Yes, this is the second
floor.
Plus billiards. Friends, it's very cool. These are such unique residences that will always be in demand.
Well, and what is also important, yes, if you take a villa and want to quickly, from this side, yes, reach all the amenities of the project, then a pedestrian bridge will be provided here. That is, in principle, we are now located on the line of this pedestrian bridge.
So let's talk about the payment plans. What is the initial payment and when is the project completion?
For the villas, we have a standard payment plan until completion. It might seem somewhat aggressive, but essentially it is tied to the construction stages. That is, everything proceeds exactly as the construction of the object. Here we have a 5% booking fee. And right after the booking payment, we discuss the layout with the client until the SPA is signed. As soon as we finalize the layouts with you, we add it to the SPA. And at the SPA stage, a down payment of 20% is made. So in fact, you pay 25% within the first month, and then every 3 months, 6 plus 0.25% is paid. Again, I repeat, all payments are tied to the construction stages. So as we build on time, we send you an invoice, right? If there are any slight delays, then accordingly, your payment is also postponed. What else is probably important to mention? Yes, we haven't discussed yet, although I have mentioned several times that this is the territory of Abu Dhabi. Since it's Abu Dhabi, the tax here is 2%, and you pay these 2% upon receiving the keys.
Not 4, like in Dubai, friends.
And you don't need to pay them at the start.
Yes, minimum very important upon receiving the keys, right, exactly?
Yes, that's how it is. Especially for investors, right?
Well, yes, that's really great. In principle, yes, it's already a savings of almost 4% if we consider Dubai. Plus, Abu Dhabi is 2%, but not at the start. And when you buy, exactly at the end, upon receiving the keys, hypothetically, even if you want to resell, in 2 years, you can easily resell and not pay those 2%. So it already transfers to the next buyer, right? Good, excellent.
The payment plan for 2 residential buildings is the same. It goes 70 to 30. First, you pay 10% for booking, then 15% as a down payment. So the same 25% is paid at the start, and then every 6 months, 9% is paid.
When is the completion of the apartments planned?
All the units we've discussed, both apartments and villas, will be completed in the first and second quarters of 28th year.
Excellent.
And it's important to note that the 28th year that is essentially the completion date for the entire project. Because if we look at the master plan, yes, what is already completed, what is being delivered this year, next year, in the 27th year, you can see that everything here will be finished. All buildings will be constructed by the 28th year. And Jacob & Co. serves as a finalizing point, which is quite convenient, right? So you won't have to wait for the construction to be completed. It will be finished just in time for you.
I hope my information was clear and accessible to you, dear investors. As always, I tried to convey the entire atmosphere of our project, Mina, simply an amazing project. Look at the gorgeous turquoise water behind me. If you are interested in villas or apartments, you can write to me. You will find my contact details below in the description. Well, essentially, I will get in touch with you and guide you on how to book an apartment here wisely and profitably. Friends, don't forget to download my catalogs, which I have prepared especially for you. There you will find the best projects in the best locations. It includes properties in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Ras Al Khaimah. So click the link in the description and download the catalog. And if you have any questions, feel free to write to me. I will get in touch with you and guide you on how to book a particular project wisely and profitably. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to give a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow, friends, so that we can discover more and more new places in the United Arab Emirates. Together, friends. Thank you.